right. Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of Worlds
Hey, everyone.
Collide. I'm Justin.
I'm Kenny. Unfortunately, Mitch couldn't make it back here in time. He's off having a party in Toronto.
Yeah, he's been there all week camping, Kane's Wonderland, all the festivities. So, yeah, hope you're having fun, bud, and I guess we'll steal the show without you.
Today's episode is Titans, or Teen Titans, as they're usually called. Before we start, shout out to Sigan Draws on Instagram for this awesome Teen Titans bookmark.
Ooh, pretty cool. Who do we got on there? Was it Raven,
So
Cyborg?
there's Cyborg at the top, then we got Raven, Beast Boy, and then Starfire and Robin at the bottom.
That's pretty cool. I like that. So for those of you who don't know, those are the main lineup of the Teen Titans.
The ones that people most commonly know, especially from the 2003 show, and the ones that kind of became the main cast.
Yeah, so who do we start with? Why don't we start from the beginning? Where did we first see Titans or Teen Titans? In which comic line? In which issue number? And who was the starting cast? I figure we might as well start from the beginning here.
So back in '65, in DC Comic, The Brave and the Bold, the lovely soap opera name, there was a group with Dick, Wally West, Aqualad, Gareth, and then so those were like the main three that first appeared in The Brave and the Bold episode number 54 comic.
Okay, and you said Dick. So Dick Grayson is
Grayson
Robin,
as
the first original Robin, and then you said Wally West.
Wally West, Kid Flash.
Okay, so Wally West is Kid Flash. Just
and then we got Aqualad.
And then Aqualad, you said, what's his first name? Garth.
Garth.
And do you have a last name on him? We'll look that up. I forget what it is again. Yeah. So those are the prime three, and then we got a female, wasn't it? Super.
So when they first appear in The Brave and the Bold,
yeah,
they're actually not called the Teen Titans, but that's considered. So it's just those three is considered like the origins as like the first team up of the teens, and it's not until comic number 60 when Wonder Girl Donna Troy joins them, and now they're under the Teen Titans banner.
All right.
Also referred to as the Fab Foursome or the Cool Quartet.
You know, those names are shit.
Nerds.
Those names are shit. Let's stick with Teen Titans or Titans.
And then from 65 to like 1965 to 1973 is the first run of the Teen Titans comics.
Right.
So that features Dick, Wally, Aqualad, and Wonder Girl.
Yeah, just the foursome.
So that's the main thing. It also, so that's like, it centers around them like helping teenagers, or also like answering like superhero calls. It focuses on like stuff, intercity racial tension, especially stuff that was like big in the late 60s, early 70s. Yeah. There's also a little thing about the Vietnam War.
Okay.
And there's one part where they actually take they quit. It's really more of a hiatus because a peaceful like bystander was killed, and they're like, oh, we need to like reevaluate everything. So they basically they stop, and then they later come back.
They basically disband the group.
Yeah, and
then disband the band.
Yeah, and then they come back, and the comic continues for a couple more episodes, and then that run is canceled.
And what was that run called? Did you have a name for that one? Was it just Titans, or was that the Teen Titans?
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans, and that was the original. Okay.
That's like the original from like the late 60s, early 70s.
And then when they revamp it, they reboot it. We have a whole bunch of new members.
Yeah. So they also in '76 they started the Teen Titans back up again. It was more of a short run, but it also introduced the Titans West concept, which brought in Bumblebee, African American superhero.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty popular.
Yeah, she's tiny.
Yeah. And then it also adds Batgirl and Goldeneye as other main cast for Titans.
Yep. Okay.
And there's also some other heroes that come in. And so it started up from episode 53 and ran comic 53 to comic 78. So it was a shorter run
Yep.
because the first one ran from
53,
1 to
78,
53.
25
Yeah.
comics. And then they wrapped up that storyline.
They wrap it up having them basically, because like at the end of this run they're all past like their early 20s, and they're like,
Okay.
they all basically are like, we're not teenagers anymore, the teen moniker doesn't really fit. And in like the last panel of the last comic, it's them all just like silently agreeing and walking away.
Now, is that before Nightwing?
It
It probably transitions over the
Yeah.
period of time where Dick Grayson kind of is like, you know what, I'm gonna take on a new persona. And
Yeah.
becomes Nightwing.
Nightwing comes in a little bit later.
Oh, a little bit after the walkaway.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I was trying to map out the timeline here, because
I don't remember, this is 73.
oh, so then he's not around yet. I don't think. Okay. So basically, well, that's the origin, and that brings us to the point where they now become Titans.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those who don't know, basically all these heroes or superheroes, they
Sorry. Correction to what I just said. The last comic was 53. It ended in the year 1978.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got that mixed up.
So basically, just to reiterate things here for everyone, each member is essentially a sidekick
Yeah.
of a Justice League member.
So you have Aqua Lad, you have Robin, Kid Flash, Wonder Girl,
Yeah.
Batgirl.
Yeah, you got all the
So,
sidekicks, yeah, except for pretty much Cyborg and Beast Boy, but Cyborg is essentially a Justice League member too, or he becomes one later.
Yeah.
Right? Now, Cyborg hasn't been introduced to the Titans lineup.
No.
He doesn't get introduced until much later in the
So the main people that everyone knows, Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, don't really get introduced until the new Teen Titans.
Right, and they revamp everything. So,
Yeah.
how do you think it came to be that the first three got together? Do you think it was kind of Aquaman, Flash, and Batman sitting there one day being like, "Fuck, do we do with their sidekicks?"
I think it probably came down to more them feeling underappreciated, and them also, because like the original comics deal with them dealing with like a lot of teenagers and helping the teenage issues. So it's not really something the bigger superheroes would deal with. They're like, oh, it's just a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah.
So like they probably got together and were like, hey, we can do something. We can help. We're not really appreciated with these assholes.
Well, I'm kind of thinking of it from the standpoint of like, Batman needed Robin for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Before the Justice League was around. Justice League finally forms, so he doesn't need Robin as much. He's got all these heavy hitters to run around with and a bigger, piece of the pie to now look after, not just that little blink on the map, Gotham.
Yeah.
So now he leaves Robin to kind of clean up the streets of Gotham. He's there, helping out every now and again, but basically he's gone. I figure all the big heavy hitters, Aquaman, Batman, Flash, they're off doing other shit, and they left their sidekicks kind of standing still at home, being like, what do I do now? And I figured it was like, a sense of underappreciation, but a sense of boredom, a sense of like, well, fuck, there's nothing for me to do now. Right? Because it used to be, yo, hey, we're going out tonight. Where are we going? Where are we going, Bats? Oh, we're going to kick some ass. Duh. There's crime to solve, But now it's like Robin sitting there at home twiddling his thumbs being like, do I go out tonight?
They do also do more than just like they do outside of their usual cities. Like Robin, like some of the comics take place in New York, and then with the West, it's more the West Coast.
That makes sense because each of them is in different cities, so they kind of got to cover different parts of the world, right?
Yeah.
No, it's all America based still. Okay. Uh, trying to think here. Wonder Girl. Do you have any idea about her origin story? So I'm not really sure where she came from.
Wonder Girl. So her one origin story is that she's Diana Troy's, so Wonder Woman's sister. And her powers are directly connected to Wonder Woman's.
Diana, yeah.
Yeah. But there's in one of the DC shakeups, that connection got severed and they reintroduced a new way. Totally forgot about that. But
Okay, I was curious because I was always like,
Yeah.
where'd she come from?
yeah, and so there's some, like in a lot of modern portrayals, she's more Wonder Woman's daughter than sister.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if she was made by the gods in the image of Wonder Woman coming from the island of Themyscira.
Mhm.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. So like, you mentioned Bumblebee. Was that like originally entered into another comic line? Do you think, or was she started originally to be part of the Teen Titans?
Bumblebee, as far as I can remember, she was introduced within the Teen Titans
Excellent.
for the Teen Titans.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because it's kind of hard to know sometimes if they're introducing characters for that line, for that team, or if it's something else altogether.
Yeah.
And if it's like this character actually got introduced in Archie's comic back in.
Yeah, like what's the bring up?
Yeah, exactly. Prime point, right?
Totally different universe.
Totally.
Yeah. So with the new Teen Titans run, that's when we get introduced to our familiar Starfire, Cyborg, Changeling, who is Beast Boy.
Right, he goes by a couple names there.
Yeah, because his origin changes a few times.
At least once. I know of at least one rewrite to the story.
Mhm.
While we're on the subject here, okay. So Changeling and Beast Boy, basically, human boy comes down with a sickness, starts in the nest, sucralose or something like that, and basically it kills humans. It just wipes you out in like a 48-hour span. There's nothing. There's no cure. Nothing you can do to stop it. And so his dad was a doctor, a DNA gene specialist, I believe. And as he was, messing and meddling around with different animal DNA, he came to the realization that, okay, my boy is sick. The only thing that can save him is by having him not be human. So he injected him with these DNA of a chimp, some green chimpanzee, I believe. And upon him taking on the DNA, he basically changed shape into this green chimp. Basically fell into a coma for about a 24, 48-hour period. When he came out, reverted back to his human form. He was now green, but the sickness was cured. So that was his original storyline.
Yeah.
And then he was out, in the jungles one day, climbing trees, and he found, lo and behold, he can climb these trees so much easier now. It was so weird. It was almost like he was a monkey. And he's up in the tree one day, and his mom's sitting there down at the bottom of the tree, looking up, and she doesn't see it till the last second. There's a black mamba coming out of nowhere, and this thing's like about to strike her, bite her dead. Poison's gonna take her in minutes, and without even thinking, he sees it and turns into a mongoose and jumps down and kills and attacks the black mamba, and boom! All of a sudden, he's now changed into another animal. Without them even knowing this was going to happen or him knowing he could do it. And so he changes back, and from there on out, he's shape-shifting. He sees an animal, he can take it on. Anything from creatures on Earth to alien animals. He can change into anything he sees, essentially, and can picture and mentally envision. Now, the rewrite to this storyline was that he wasn't injected, blah, blah, blah. There wasn't any life-saving serum. It was, he was sick with the same sickness, but a green monkey actually now bit him. And because this monkey bit him, he now took on the new form. He was infected with the virus or the DNA, and boom, Beast Boy is now Changeling. Changeling is now Beast Boy. And that was it. So he got bit by a monkey versus turning into a monkey.
Yeah, and we'll discuss the new recent Titan show a little bit later, but his origins in there are different too. It's more similar to him being when he was, because he was sick and his family died, and it's when the doctor came in who, like, basically messes with everyone and creates the Doom Patrol. He came in, saw Logan, his name at the time before the Beast Boy moniker. He saw
Garfield.
Garfield. He sees him there in like the hospital tent and is like, "Oh, I can do something for you," like, and then injects him with like the weird serum stuff, and then he's able to turn into animals after that. It saves him from dying, but it's a weird serum and it's not his dad.
Yeah, so basically they kind of took the first storyline, tweaked it a little bit, but as you mentioned a key point there, he was first introduced to the Doom Patrol lineup. Mm-hmm. So he is not actually a starter member of the Teen Titans. He first got his kickoff in the Doom Patrol way back when, had a few issues running with them, and then eventually got transitioned over to the Titans.
Because he's a teenie.
Yeah, he's a teen. It was a perfect fit. It was like he's with all these other wannabes and misfits and, outcasts and B-listers who are the Doom Patrol. For those of you who don't know, we've done an episode on Doom Patrol already, so check out YouTube. You can see that. He didn't fit in well with them. Not as well.
Not at first, and like in some of the older comics, he's kind of antagonistic to everyone, but in like the more modern shows, he does gel better.
Yeah, no, it was in Titans, right? We actually got to see the Titans visit the Doom Patrol house.
Yeah.
And at the Doom Patrol house, you see Gar turn into the tiger. You see the oh god, I'm blanking on his name. The Doc. He's a prick. Anyways, he's trying to figure out what's going on with Raven. Mm-hmm. He's trying to give her the serum to like knock out her powers or wipe her clean or whatever the hell that serum does.
Yeah.
And Gar kind of interferes, and between Gar's interference, I think they actually break his back again.
Yeah.
So they end up breaking. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but the professor's fucking back again in Doom Patrol, and from that they flee the house, and with that actually happened before we got Doom Patrol season 1. So we got our first glimpse of Doom Patrol and Beast Boy's origin in Titans, and we got it's not Teen Titans, it's Titans. Season 2 coming out within the next 2 weeks here. We got September 6th coming up around the corner. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty freaking excited for that. I've done my best to try and avoid a lot of the trailers, a lot of the...
I've watched them. I want it.
Oh man, like I've seen snippets, and that's all I want to see for now. I know Mitch is in the same boat as me on this. He's completely avoided them like the plague. Knock on wood, continue to do so. We had a few more weeks here, and Teen Titans Season 2 should be sweet. For those of you who haven't seen the show, it ended on quite a high note.
So again, we'll talk more about the show a little later.
Mm-hmm.
There was actually originally supposed to be a 12th episode, because the show was originally planned to have an arc of 12 episodes, but after they got the renewal for the second season, they cut the first season down to 11 episodes, kind of reworked the 11th episode, and then they took parts of the 12th episode, which becomes the first episode of season 1.
I like that, because they were able to give us enough of season 1 that I was happy with the ending. Yeah, it kind of leaves you sitting there with your mouth open on the floor being like...
You're just like...
Now what?
And then once you learn about the 12th episode, you're like... Can't have it?
Yeah, I want it now. I know it's Christmas Eve and I want it now. But they did well at that, and then the end scene... The end scene I was confused with for a minute. I thought it was Cyborg, but it's not.
It's Crypto.
It's Crypto. And?
Superboy.
Mm-hmm. And we see them actually on the poster for season 2. So they're on the front cover. So if all you've seen is a picture of the front cover, you know Superboy and Crypto are going to be making an appearance, hopefully in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Because we did get a snippet of them at the end of season 1. So, no spoilers. Haven't ruined shit. Haven't seen it. Nothing to spoil.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see a snippet of Crypto the dog and Superboy kind of walking naked across like a silhouetted screen right at the end of the movie, and you're like, who the fuck's that?
Mm-hmm. And then Crypto's eyes glow.
Yeah,
Like,
boom.
oh, okay.
And you're like, bring on the pops.
Mm-hmm. So that covers the like origin of how Beast Boy came. Starfire, she was in line to be the ruler on Tamaran, which is her home planet, but her sister Blackfire, usurps her and basically wants her killed, obviously. But so she flees to Earth. She stumbles upon the Titans. They help her out and they offer her a place to stay and to join up with them. She accepts. Raven is actually the person who kickstarts the Titans formation in the new Teen Titans.
The new Teen Titans.
Like
Are you talking the cartoon?
The comics.
Ah, the comics, okay.
Yeah, so back to the comics, the new Teen Titans series. She is the one who got everyone together to help try and fight off her father, Trigon the Terrible, from taking over the world. And so she's the one that got everyone together. And after that, they all decided, the hell, let's just stay together.
You know, that worked out pretty good. You guys are a good team.
She manipulated everyone joining her. But after that, they're just like, sure, we'll stay together.
Well, she kind of had to.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hard to be like, hey guys, there's this big bad guy, and like, it's kind of all my fault. He's my dad, and he wants to kill me and all of you and the world, and hey, want to help? By the way, he's my dad. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck your family. But no, she had to manipulate them a bit to be like, alright, this bad dude's doing shit. We all gotta stop him. Oh, by the way, she kind of kept that a secret for a bit, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And then, was he trapped the whole time? Or is that how she finished that encounter out, by trapping him in the gym? Because he's essentially with her the whole time, trying to break through to the other plane.
Yeah. Well,
because he lives in what is it? Is it another plane of existence, or is it a world?
It's
a planet.
It's a planet within another plane. Essentially, Raven is like his doorway.
Yeah.
In, so like he can, because she's his blood, well, demonic blood. She's his doorway and key into our, like, well, basically into their world.
Yeah.
So that's how he can get through her, but she's been fighting and holding him back.
Okay, so it's the gem on her forehead. It's this red triangular diamond gem, and it's essentially the doorway. And so from within, he kind of possesses her, emerges as his own spirit form, and then takes shape. Basically becomes living flesh. He's powerful. Like, on what level would you rate him?
Almost godlike.
Almost.
Or godlike.
But then, where would you rate Raven? Because she beats him, doesn't she? With help.
Yeah.
She's pretty powerful.
Yeah, she is really powerful, and we also don't know if she's necessarily holding her power back.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's kind of one of the key things about Raven, is she's afraid of the power. Because she doesn't know how much she has. She doesn't think she can control it either.
Yeah.
And that's why she fears it, because she's like, this thing's going to win, and I'm going to be my dad. I'm going to be my dad, and I'm going to wipe everyone out, because this power is just out of control. And
we see that especially in the Titans show.
Oh, yeah.
Because she fears that just because her dad is evil, the power is innately evil, even though it's shown a couple times that she can use the power for good. As long as she wills it, like when she brings a deer back to life, or at least heals it. No, we all say it's basically dead at the point.
Well, at that point, she's zombie dead.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and it's still evil magic in the sense that what's dead should stay dead.
But it
was from a good place.
Yeah, it's her being able to use it. And also with the Doctor, when he's trying to save the new girl that came in, she's on the operating table, and he's just failing, and Raven's like, I got this. She just goes over her and like heals her and fixes her.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's part of the reason why like he was so impressed with her and wanted to like try and like poke and prod basically with Raven.
He's like, how'd you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, between her and Starfire, like Starfire is pretty all powerful too. Now we were talking about where she came from. So she came from, the name of the planet is Tamaran. And her sister Blackfire, older, younger, do you know?
I believe she's older. Yeah.
So I was trying to think.
She's generally portrayed as the older sister, but the more sketchy, shady sister who's kind of like disowned from the family, because she does a coup on the entire planet to take it over.
See, that was my question. Was she supposed to be next in line? Was she the older one that was supposed to get it and didn't, and because of the coup, because of the bullshit she pulled, did they kind of kick her priority down?
Yeah. Like I know within the 2003 Teen Titan TV show, her sister is older. She was supposed to get the throne, but she did a bunch of like shady shit. She's also like a wanted criminal in a bunch of galaxies.
We're just gonna skip her.
Yeah,
you get it. All right, so that makes sense. So, movie I was watching the other day was the Judas Contract for the Teen Titans.
That storyline was introduced in the new Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Run.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You see that. You see. It does a flashback. It goes 5 years ago from the Judas Contract opening. So opening scene is 5 years ago. Flash, Robin, Beast Boy, and maybe Starfire. No, not Starfire. Raven. Sorry. They're driving on a car just down the road, random city. They see, hey, what the hell's that? Up in the sky, there's like some portal that's just open. And Starfire's fighting these like dragon-kin looking things, Tamaranians. They must be their Imperial Guard or something. They're all kicking her ass in the middle of the street. They just knocked her out of the sky, and Teen Titans go, alright, we gotta stop this, let's intervene. They jump into the middle of it, and they come to her aid. They whoop these things back to, their own plane of existence. They throw a big bomb into this portal that's open, and they vacuum seal this little portal by just exploding the shit out of whatever's on the other side. Which I thought was kind of hilarious, because it's like, you just sent a massive bomb through a portal that you have no idea what is on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been like a city. You could have been like family, children, like, but whatever, irrelevant. They were saving the day, or so they thought, and they close up the portal, they whoop these scaly monsters' ass, and they say, hey, Starfire, what's going on? But before she can even respond, she's laying a fat one on Robin. Just making out with him, and he's like, whoa, I like where this is going. And then she's like, okay, cool. She pulls off, pushes him back. Yeah, cool. We learned language through kissing. Which I thought was great, because then you see the other two boys, Beast Boy and Wally West, they're sitting over there, Kid Flash and the Changeling, I guess. They're like, oh, yeah, like, I speak French, I speak this, come learn this language. And they're puckering up, and I'm like, okay. Such a good little intro. You got Starfire, obviously, curling her finger around the boys, which she kind of does.
Yeah.
Right? They all kind of chase her around. And that was it. That was the intro. They go, hey, happy to meet you. She thanks him a bunch and says, yeah, like, this is what's up. I'm here to stay for a bit. I'm now, an outcast. Like, boom, joins the team. And then flash forwards 5 years later, and then I didn't get to finish the movie. So that was the introduction I had to Tara Markov. We see a bunch of Slade Wilson manipulating her, pulling the strings. She's basically a sleeper agent inside the Teen Titans squad. Expand on that for me.
So, with the Judas Contract, part of it comes from, Slade, Deathstroke, he is completing a contract that his son originally signed to bring in the Titans for the Hive, because leader wants to essentially extract the Titans like essences and like become all powerful. Like basically steal their souls and their abilities, and he becomes like the most powerful in the world.
Man,
So
like he set his sights low, huh?
so Slade. Okay. Should I keep calling him Slade or?
We gotta go with Deathstroke. Let's go
Okay.
with Deathstroke. I love the name Deathstroke.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the character, so.
So Deathstroke first met Terra, who has a bunch of psionic abilities and can control any form of Earth, but she's very, very unstable.
Mentally.
Yes, mentally she doesn't know how to control her powers.
She's kind of a lot like Sky or Quake Johnson in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Yeah. So Deathstroke originally met Terra because he saved her from her home village, which turned against her and was torturing her because of her powers, and they were scared of her.
Think Salem witch trial,
Basically.
but modern day age, and not a witch, a super or an enhanced or someone with powers.
Mm-hmm. So he uses Terra to get information from the Titans, and most everyone is like basically agrees that Terra is good and that because no one knows anything, and it's not until an incident where Terra's powers go like a little berserk and almost like paralyze Beast Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that.
And they were sparring, weren't they?
Yeah, they were sparring in like a little test chamber and stuff like that. And Raven is the one who's most suspicious.
Because she picks up vibes, energies, thoughts, and memories and emotions. Essentially, she's almost like a seer.
Yeah.
She's a psychic almost, right? Like, because I think at one point I remember her and Terra kind of brushing in the hall, and it was a little elbow rub, and it was like, got a little peek on the inside of what the fuck, you know?
So Terra relays information to Slade about where everyone lives, how to take them down. So Slade goes through one by one, kidnapping everyone. He gets everyone but Robin. So in the movie, he's already Nightwing. In the original storyline, he doesn't become Nightwing until the final battle.
Ah, okay, because in the movie, he starts by the first person he captures, Robin.
Yeah.
But that's Robin, not Nightwing.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So
that's the difference.
It's confusing, yeah.
He's Nightwing in the movie. He's not Nightwing until the final battle within the actual storyline.
The comic storyline.
Yeah, the comic storyline.
Which is what we count as the true storyline.
Yeah, and the Judas Contract movie is one of the more accurate portrayals of the Judas Contract.
From the comic storyline, yeah.
Yeah, because there is also a Judas Contract version in the 2003 Titans show, but it does change some stuff too.
It's like with any revamp, they're always going to throw in a couple
It's
more
like
variables.
all the Dark Phoenix ones.
Oh, God. I've still not seen the new movie. Did you watch it?
No.
I tried last week to pull it up on the Kodi app, and still not the best quality, and I'm like, I'm not watching a shit movie in shit quality.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. And I'll try not to judge. Cause
I had the choice between going and seeing that movie and the Aladdin movie, and I went and saw the Aladdin live action. Okay. Back to the Judas Contract.
That'd be a tough call.
So, Deathstroke captures everyone except Robin, Nightwing, and then so this is kind of where it splits a little bit. So in the original storyline, Robin goes back to the Titans Tower, and he meets Slade's wife.
Oh, shit.
Along with Jericho, their son. Well, actually, he's not Jericho at that point. That's the name he takes. But their mute son. And she...
Is this the mute son that originally took out the contract to have him killed? Or does he have a second son?
I believe it's his second. Yeah, because Jericho's his second son.
Okay, right.
Yeah. It's his first son who I believe was killed or tortured.
And is this the same son we got to see in the Arrow
Jericho?
So have you seen all the seasons of Arrow, or at least enough to get up to the point where we meet Slade Wilson's son?
I believe the one we meet in the show in Arrow is
Son number 1.
Yeah.
Or Jericho, because Jericho's number 2.
I want to say it's Jericho.
Okay, so we'll do a fact check on that for later days. Just so you know, there will be an episode where we come back and fix all our bullshit, all our fact checks and missed names. You gotta give us a little credit. There are 1,000,001 mutants, heroes, characters, events, and it's not one unanimous storyline for any of these characters.
Yeah.
They kind of convolute quite a bit. So, sorry for our miscommunications and our misinformation when they happen. We will do a later episode, as I said, to correct all those.
Yeah. So stay tuned. There'll be a couple.
Might be a few months down the road from now, but it'll come. Maybe it'll be a Christmas special.
That's something we can pre-record for Christmas.
Absolutely. Bonus episodes. You know what? For Christmas, we'll give you an extra episode.
So Deathstroke's wife tells Robin about the original contract, what's happening, where they're taken, and at that point, so Robin got out because he faked his death.
Oh, smart.
So Robin is dead, so he assumes Nightwing, and then Deathstroke's son, who becomes Jericho, comes with him because he can take over and possess people's bodies. So he can possess your body and control it. So they break into where the Hive has everyone, and they're obviously mid trying to steal everyone's powers and souls. So there's a big fight. It also comes out that Tara was the betrayer, which is a little relevant later. But Jericho takes over Deathstroke's body. So he possesses.
Do you have to die for him to take you over? Or can you just literally
he can just jump
you?
into a live person, take over your body, and you're powerless, basically.
That's awesome.
So he takes over Deathstroke, uses his body to free the Titans and kind of take it down. But this whole time, Tara becomes unstable, and she just has a desire for everyone to die.
Everyone, Slade?
So she's causing the complex to start collapsing. And Beast Boy and Tara obviously had a fling, which is always portrayed. Like, they had, like, a connection going, because Beast Boy always believed in Tara. So he, like, tries to save her, but he can't. And so in the movie, the whole mountain collapses, and Beast Boy digs Tara out, and he dies, and she dies in his arms. In the show, she just, comic.
So in the Judas Contract movie,
yeah,
right? He tries and she dies in his arms,
yeah,
pulling her from the rubble. And then what happens in the comic storyline?
In the comic storyline, she has like a large chunk that falls on her, kills her, and then that's different. Now we just need to talk a little bit different about the final contract. The Judas Contract movie final battle, which is different from what we previously talked about, which is the Judas Contract in the comics.
Yeah, because you said in the comics,
Deathstroke's wife and second son come to Robin, who becomes Nightwing, and they go battle.
Right, and it's kind of like, hey, this is what's going on. You've died now as Robin.
Yeah.
This is what's going on, though. You need to do something about it. So then, boom, new alias. I'm no longer Robin. I'm now Nightwing, and that's when Nightwing is born.
Yeah.
And that makes more sense than Nightwing's Nightwing.
And so in the movie, Jericho was one of the original test subjects, and at the beginning of the movie, it's assumed that he had died. In the end, it's actually shown that he survived the gunshot.
Okay. Then test subjects for what?
For the power stealing, soul stealing machine. For the Titans.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so rather than it kill him, it gave him the ability that the machine possessed.
No. So it was meant to take his power, and then Mistress Mayhem, I believe her name was, shot him. And that was like basically the end of that, and it's assumed that he was dead. But at the end, it's shown that he did survive the gunshot wound.
Right.
So he's still around, kicking and alive.
Oh, good. Okay.
Now, within the final battle of the Judas Contract movie, Slade had the original contract promised 6 Teen Titans, but he only collected 5 because of minus Robin. So he turns on Tara and says, "Here's your 6th one." So Tara gets put in there.
And that's in the movie?
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta finish that.
So then Robin comes in, helps like save the day. Tara gets pissed off at Slade and starts bringing the mountain down.
Right.
And then that's where Beast Boy tries to like help get her out while the place is crumbling. But Tara is like, she's gone.
Unfortunately, she sealed her own fate. And
Yeah, she's
brought the
out
house
of it. And then the house goes down. And then Beast Boy digs her up. And like she dies in his arms. In both cases, they don't tell anyone the truth about Tara being a betrayer. They just say that she was a true Titan and just died in the battle, unfortunately.
Really?
Yes.
So in the movie and the actual storybook, like story comic line from before is they just write her off as a hero.
Yeah.
They don't even out her.
They don't out her. They just say to her brother, she was a hero. She was a good friend.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice because at that point, there's nothing. What's the point of saying, "Hey, she was actually a spy,
Mm-hmm.
and she actually brought all this upon herself. She caused her own death." There's no point saying that. She's fucking dead.
Mm-hmm. And then in the 2003 Teen Titans show, their portrayal of the Judas Contract is a little different. So the Titans first meet Tara, and then Tara has an accident which causes Beast Boy to almost be hurt, and she runs away but falls into Slade's hands, and he actually helps train her and help her control her powers better. But he does manipulate and start controlling and like start getting, and then he gets her to go back to the Titans, and she does start falling in love with Beast Boy, pursuing a romantic relationship. And then the whole basically conclusion comes where Slade kidnaps people, brings them to an old volcano. They have to try and he gets Tara to act as if she was kidnapped. They come after her, and then they turn on them, try to take out, like Tara tries to take everyone out.
Mm-hmm. This is in the movie still.
No, this is the Teen Titans
in the
2003.
Oh, in the new revamped
Teen Titans 2003 TV show.
TV show. Okay. So many storylines going on. We got the original comic. We got the cartoon show. The original. We got the Go. We've now got the Judas Contract movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of convolution there.
Yeah. So Tara attacks everyone, takes it down, instead of where in the comics it's Deathstroke who's attacking and taking everyone out. It's Tara attacking everyone and taking people out.
They run into a lot of assassins.
And the one person she struggles in taking out is Beast Boy.
Because of the love interest.
Yeah.
Now, in the movie, in the Judas Contract movie, at one point there's kind of like this weird, like, love thing going on. Not love thing. This weird, I don't even know how to call it, thing going on between Slade and Tara. It was kind of like daddy issues.
In the original comic storyline, there's a lot of that personified, like the creepy, like controlling dad.
Yeah, and she's kind of like wearing the skimpy outfit, and it's like, hey, like what's going on? He's like, no, not now, like later. I'll give you everything later. We can be everything together later. And it's like he's leading her on, like, you do this a little bit, do this for now, and then later you're mine. Like later we can be together. And it's like, whoa, like he is just mind fucking her right.
Oh yeah.
Right inside you.
Slade manipulates her hard.
Oh, she's one hell of a character.
He is a piece of shit.
Because he's just one of the many assassins that they have to deal with.
Yeah, well, there's a whole assassin league.
Oh yeah.
Which he's like, I hate all of y'all.
In regards to the team, when did Cyborg come in?
Cyborg came in the new Teen Titans comic storyline, so that's technically the third reboot. Well, third, because you had the original Teen Titans with
And then you had Titans.
well,
We had Titans then. Okay.
we had Teen Titans, then Teen Titans 2,
Yeah.
which is when they brought in Bumblebee and the Titans West, and then it's after that with the new Teen Titans is when Cyborg comes in.
Okay. And then basically we got the whole gang together.
Yeah.
Who we now are familiar with.
Yeah, that's the main team that everyone's familiar with. There is also like expansions on like Titan West, Titan East, other stuff like that. They also do team ups. Like there was a thing with a crossover event in the comics with the Uncanny X-Men, which sees them teaming up. So it's the Teen Titans teaming up with the Uncanny X-Men to fight Deathstroke and the Dark Phoenix.
Oh God, at once.
Yeah.
Now in Uncanny X-Men, is that not when they're all younger? Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So they threw all the teens together and they said, "Here, go fight some Ultimates." Speaking of Titans, I got the old Attack on Titan shirt going here. Couldn't find a nice Teen Titan themed shirt for today, so I figured it's still Titans.
Yeah.
Good old Loot Crate. Teen Titans Go. I know you've seen the movie. I've watched like literally maybe an episode and a half of the cartoon.
The
Can't.
Titans Go TV show can just go away.
Well said.
The only thing it's good for is actually poking fun at itself.
It's actually really, really good at that. It's one of the few shows that I've seen that does so well at making fun of its own stupidity.
Yeah, like there is one little like part where the like TV surfer guy comes in and he literally goes like has a conversation with the Titans being like, "I can reboot you, I've done it again." And they're like, "We can't be rebooted." And then like they show a clip of like other reboots of the Teen Titans and they show one from the 2003s and then it cuts back to the Go people and are like, "The animation is so much better, they're so much cooler, how?" And like they just have like a little freak out there. So like it's good at them poking fun like that, but when they announced it, it wasn't the type of Teen Titans show that they were expecting, especially coming off the season 5 of the 2003 with the expectance of a season 6, which there is still rumors of a season 6 coming out.
Rumors.
Well, there was rumors of a secret scene in the Teen Titans Go movie, which there actually was.
Yeah, so you saw the movie. I didn't see the movie. In the Go movie, it was what, at the end? End clip?
Yeah, so is the typical after credits, like the initial after credits scene.
Wait for it.
Yeah, and it's basically just like the old Titans coming, like trying to transmit a signal, and like there's like a few bits of like where it's like crappy signal, no transmit, and it's like, "Are you coming through? Are you coming clear?" And then it comes in and it's like, "We're transmitting, we hopefully found a way to come back," type thing.
And it's blinking between, first we see Cyborg, then we see Starfire, and then Raven, and then Beast Boy, and then finally
Robin opens his eyes and the thing clears.
Yeah, the picture clears and it's trying to make it back. I think we found a way, and then...
Yeah, and then that launches into the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
And that's a movie.
It's a movie that's coming out this year, apparently.
So we were just watching some trailers before we launched this episode here, and it actually looks really good.
Yeah.
They're fighting each other like Battle Royale, Thunderdome style. Like, if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, picture Thor and Hulk, but like Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
And they each keep their respective animation style.
Yeah.
So the Teen Titans Go animation with the Teen Titans 2003 animation, there's a weird contrast between them. But then, so it starts off with them in like the Battle Dome fighting each other, and then there's the two Ravens basically talk to each other, and they're like, they both go, "Well, we both know who's behind this," and then Trigon from both of their respective shows appear together, and they're like, "We're combining together to take over." And then the Teen Titans Go and the Teen Titans basically have to combine forces to try and take down both Trigons.
Here we go again.
So more of that.
It looks promising.
Mhm.
Yeah, like what I have to say about the Teen Titans Go show is I tried starting at episode 1. I literally was like, all right, cool. I love Teen Titans. I'll give Teen Titans Go a shot.
If you want to watch Teen Titans, just go to YouTube or another online video and go Teen Titan Go highlights.
That would have been a way easier, faster way.
Because it'll just show you the good parts of it.
Yeah, I started with episode 1, minute 1, and was like, oh god, I have to watch minute 3. Like, it took about 2 minutes for me to be like, I don't think this is for me.
The movie itself, the Teen Titans Go to the movies is a decent movie. It maintains some of the humor from the Teen Titans Go show, but it also has a lot more of the tongue-in-cheek, reflective nature. Like, I showed you one scene where they like travel in time.
That was good.
To like remove the origin, because part of it is they want a superhero movie, and one way they think they can get it is by eliminating all the superheroes by stopping their origins. So they have to travel. So they travel back. They fix Krypton. They keep Batman's parents alive. They throw in one of the plastic bottle holders, which tangles Arthur.
Yeah.
And then they take away Diana's lasso of truth.
Wonder Woman ain't so wonderful anymore.
So they stop that. But so it's not shown in the clip I showed you because it was actually a cutscene. The way that their time travel trikes, because they're tricycles,
I was wondering how they
is
work.
powered is through radness.
Rad. They have to pedal to rad level.
They do like rad tricks, like a rail grind or flip tricks. So it like there's ridiculous things like that, and then there's
They're doing Tony Hawk's to rack up scores to time travel.
And then there's another part in the movie where they're basically going from like one side of the country to the other side on like a road trip, and there's like a song playing, and like there's like a character that comes in and starts singing the song, and then out of nowhere they hit the character in the road, killing him, and they're like, what do we do? And so they just like leave him and drive away.
Just keep going. There's poor dog. Poor dog.
Like, nothing happened, no one got hurt.
No. Yeah, Denial's great.
So there is funny moments in the movie, and after seeing how that movie went, it does make me more hopeful for the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, because there was rumors of that movie, something happening like that before the Teen Titans Go movie came out. So everyone was like super nervous because everyone wants the 6th season of the Teen Titans 2003 show back.
Oh yeah, I want it back. I want it back bad.
A lot of people are like, maybe if the Teen Titans Go movie does well, they'd make the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans, and if that did well enough, they'd bring back the 6th season. Because like it's been hinted at some of the creators behind the show that it could happen, and the funny thing is the voice cast for the Teen Titans Go show is the exact same voice cast as the Teen Titans show.
Really?
It's the same voice actors, voice actresses, still Tara Strong doing Raven. It's literally just like a skin and different jokes.
Yeah, no shit, huh? Like, fuck. They better bring it back, because it's too childish.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem with Go. Like, I get why they're trying to be funny. They're trying to make it a comedy cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying too hard. They need to bring back the action, bring back a little seriousness here and there, because they're going overboard. Where shit shouldn't be funny, they're trying to make it fun.
And it's like with transitioning into the more modern show, it's like with Titans, I found it taking itself too seriously to that, because the Teen Titans are lighthearted, fun, interesting, and then Titans is this drab dreary. Like before the show we rewatched. Well, when you were
we were rewatching the last.
But we rewatched the last episode, and there's just this shot of Robin in the car looking down an alley, and you see two people going at it in the alley, and it's like, what is this show?
I don't know, man. Like, definitely different vibes from the different shows. Like, between the cartoon 2003, comic storyline go, and then the actual live action show. I'd say the live action show is getting dark and gritty to the point where final episode of the 11th episode of season 1, we see Robin letting Batman die, don't we?
Robin kills Batman.
He kills Batman.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah, and then he turns evil, technically, because of the way... Because that was basically a test for Robin.
It was his test to see which path he chooses, the light or dark, based on Trigon fucking with his brain, fucking with his mind, using Raven to, portal to the other side, and Robin chose wrong. So I'm really excited to see where that sets us up for the start of season 2.
One speculation for season... So, I was chatting with my friend, who's also the one that drew this bookmark. Shout out to her.
Pretty friggin' awesome. We're gonna have to get her to do some of our other Nerd Forge art, so stay tuned for that.
So she's a big Teen Titans fan too. For her birthday, she got her sister to buy her like the complete 2003 set.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome.
So we were chatting, and we were both hoping that the Trigon storyline doesn't wrap up like that super quickly. We kind of hope it almost something happens that pushes it back to like season 3 as the final climax with him. Season 2 brings in Deathstroke.
I think that's what's happening. Okay, so I think that's what's actually going to happen because Deathstroke's already he's been teased at being in. Yeah, he's been casted. He's been teased at being in this season. We know he's one of their big nemesis. And Trigon's someone that you don't wrap up in 2 seasons.
2 episodes. No.
2 episodes. We just fucking met the guy.
Yeah. So.
And the actor. He's not well known, but he looks like he's gonna do a good job.
Wasn't he in Castle?
Was that this? See, I haven't seen that show.
Okay. I think he's one of the detectives in Castle.
Oh, okay, but he looked like he has the making of a good Trigon.
Yeah. So we were hoping that it's kind of more of a... So we're hoping like season 2 is like the defeat of Deathstroke, and then it does... Season 3 is more of a storyline similar to the rising of Trigon in the 2003 series.
That makes sense.
Because Deathstroke was killed by Terra.
Okay.
Because he falls in the lava pit. And then he gets brought back to life, pledging his allegiance to Deathstroke, to Trigon, to release him and open the portal through Raven.
And Trigon brought him back.
Back. So if he gets killed, so if Deathstroke gets killed at the end of season 2, Trigon could bring him back to help him get the portal open through Raven again.
During season 3, and season 3 can be a kill Trigon and Deathstroke battle number 2.
Yeah.
Whereas season 2 can actually be, okay, here's Trigon. Dick chose poorly. Dick now has to deal with his poor choices and reconcile that throughout season 2 before they can actually track down Trigon. Because now, Dick's of no use to Raven to help her with her father. So now the whole team has to now essentially reassemble.
And with Dick choosing the wrong thing, it also opens up the storyline of when Dick falls under the control of Deathstroke for a bit.
I didn't even know that was a storyline. That's the thing.
Like it's the entire first season of the 2003 show.
I don't remember it.
But so it's
been 16 years, Kenny.
Yeah. So he manipulates Robin to basically becoming his apprentice. And then Robin realizes he's been a fucking idiot and breaks out of it and turns back on Slade.
Okay.
So that would be interesting too, because it's like
they just set that up fucking perfectly for that. They also introduced Jason Todd, so we still got a Robin. Mm-hmm. And we have a Robin that can die.
And that could also bring in
Joker.
Sure.
Season 3 could be, alright, we killed Deathstroke season 2. We'll bring him back season 4. Season 5, we let Joker come in season 3. We beat Trigon, but now Joker's the main thing of season 3 going into season 4. Battles Joker through season 4. Trigon comes back, brings back Slade. Boom, bro, we just got a 5-season storyline there,
And after
just off 3 villains.
Yeah, and after, like, if they do the Robin as apprentice for Slade, Deathstroke, they could. That's when they could also introduce him as Nightwing instead, because we know he's sick of being Robin.
Hasn't he already been introduced as Nightwing at this point?
I thought he's because he's mostly been using the Robin costume.
Yeah, at one point I thought he Nightwinged up. Oh God! All right, Mitch, help us out here. At season 1, at some point, does Dick Grayson don the Nightwing costume? I could have sworn he did. Now I can't remember.
Yeah, and then
And yes, if he could turn into more than a fucking tiger, that'd be great. I want to see an elephant. I want to see a monkey. I really want to see the elephant though.
yes,
Elephant's always a fun one.
and give us his green color. Although
yeah.
well, part of the reason why they didn't do the green color was because the actor who was playing Beast Boy, the paint. Sorry, Mitch. So the reason why they didn't have him being green, because the actor who was playing Beast Boy is allergic to something that's in the green paint that's standard.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
but like,
That's why?
yeah, but like,
I thought there was a better fucking reason. I would have recast his ass.
no.
I would have got a better like food coloring. I would have been like, bro, we're just dying.
There
food
is different
color.
ways to do it. They could even like apply a CGI filter on it.
Oh God, there's a million ways to do it at this point.
I know a few times they do call him Robin, and they get confused by a second Robin. Yeah, see that's what I feel. I feel like he hasn't become Nightwing yet. Like he is obviously moving away from becoming Robin, especially since he's found out he's been replaced.
Oh yeah, because he bailed on him. Jason Todd stepped in. Jason Todd started breaking necks.
So I feel like at some point we're gonna get Nightwing.
Yeah, it's definitely coming. They're leading up to it.
Yeah.
Now, some of the ones we didn't talk about at all were Hawk and Dove. We did not mention them at all. So in the storyline, they're pretty much... Aren't they dead? She dies.
In the TV
In
show.
the show, she dies, doesn't she?
No, she doesn't. Cause remember, Raven basically calls out, and she like after she basically calls out to Dove, which causes her to wake up, and Hawk is there, and she's like, Robin and Raven are in trouble, we need to help them. So that's setting up for like season 3.
Season 2 or 3?
2.
2, yeah, okay. Okay, because I thought it was when they sent the like sleeper agents, the like undercover like American spy family.
No.
And they're fighting on the roof, and Dove gets knocked off the roof.
She gets knocked off, but she's in the hospital.
Ah, see,
she's like in like intensive care, basically no hope. But somehow Raven's call out like heals her and like brings her back.
Nice. Okay.
And she's like, we need to go help them now.
Now the two of them, Hawk and Dove, they're not super powered at all. They're just like Robin.
Yeah.
Okay. Weak. Yeah, I know they're more relevant in the comic storyline. It seemed like in the show they're kind of nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I kind of was.
There was the one whole episode that's basically like flashback with them.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the season, especially on like subsequent watches, it's just like skip.
Oh, fuck.
Anything with them in it, it's like boring.
Oh yeah, I got that
Especially when
vibe.
it's them squabbling about Robin and their past, and it's like next.
In the love life, how Robin wants Dove, and I kind of laughed at the Thad Castle from Blue Mountain State to play Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, he's a good dumbass to cast as a multiple concussion brain injury dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good idiot.
Yeah. So Mitch said IMDb cast him as Dick Grayson, Nightwing, and Robin. But the one thing is that specifically season 1, or is it just the whole Titan show overall, which is still technically going?
Yeah, so that's hard to say. We're gonna have to do a rewatch here to see if we see
Fact check episode.
the old blue and black coming out on Nightwing.
Because when he goes into Raven's house at the end, he's just in plain clothes.
Yeah. I think it was before. Yeah.
And part of the speculation as to why Robin was actually able to get through the barrier is because he's just human. He has no superpowers.
Just the barrier is meant to keep like specials out.
Yeah, basically meant to keep everyone who
Poses
poses a threat
Yeah.
because he thinks humans are worthless, basically.
Oh, and he does, and it's one
Yeah.
of his fallbacks, because isn't that one of the... How does Trigon die? Do you remember? He doesn't die, he gets trapped.
Yeah. And, yeah. So he gets trapped by Raven's powers, and, like, she helps control. In the 2003 TV show, they basically destroy him.
Yeah,
But, well, it's Raven basically destroys him. Doesn't really trap him or anything.
First episode of season 2 called Trigon.
So that's probably learning about him.
I'm really interested to see how they do the visual for his red demon form. I want them to do it right, and I'm really hoping hard here.
Those eyes.
Don't give me a fucking Aladdin Jafar fucking genie. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do not give me an Aladdin Jafar genie. Thank you.
Please give us something decent looking.
Yeah, like this dude should throw some weight around.
I mean, you guys, they blew a whole bunch of movie on Swamp Thing effects, which is kind of what caused only season 1. But
Swamp Thing was good. I'm like 3 episodes in maybe, and they did go fucking crazy on Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol was unreal. Loved it. Can't wait for season 2. Can't wait for season 3. God damn, you better give it to us.
Yeah. Like Titans season 1 was technically like a insert pilot.
Oh yeah,
Doom
season
Patrol.
1 was like 13 episodes of. Now here's episode 1 essentially.
Yeah.
It just basically prequeled or preluded and brought us up to speed on these are the Teen Titans, or these are the Doom Patrol. Now the story starts. Like Metallo, oh god, I love him.
Now we should quickly recap the actual Titans TV plot.
Okay, I'll let you take it.
So it basically comes down to Raven, Rachel/Raven, her mom, who she assumes her mom, gets killed, and she's off. She ran away, and then we have Dick Grayson, who's ran away from Batman, off on his own doing stuff. And then we have Corey, who wakes up, in a car accident, doesn't remember a single thing, and then we have Beast Boy, who's off at the Doom Patrol house doing his own thing. Raven runs into Robin, and then Robin and Raven run into Corey, and they start going after Raven's backstory, which then leads to the town where the Doom Patrol is, which then leads them to meeting with Beast Boy, and him making the decision to go with them. As his Doom Patrol family puts it, he's the most passable person out of all the group, because his is the most stable and controlled.
Yeah.
So then he goes off with them. Wonder Girl's in there. She's Robin's friend. She's the girl who's there. Yeah, we'll probably get more of Wonder Girl, because she wasn't necessary. I think she wasn't introduced till about episode 9 or 10, because she's in episode 10 because she's stuck outside the barrier with Corey.
Chief. The Chief. That's his fucking name.
Yeah.
Couldn't remember who the Chief's name was.
Yeah. So then after they meet up with Logan, they start exploring more of Raven's backstory. They find out about the Trigon and like his coming. They then go to find the person who is her original mother. She's acting all nice, and she's like, "Oh, my baby, you're safe. He's not coming." Turns out she's actually in league with Trigon.
Oh yeah.
Super hooked on that demon.
That Devil D.
Basically. And so she uses Raven. She poisons Beast Boy and then convinces Raven to call her dad to heal her. Well, heal Beast Boy.
Yeah.
And then
you left it at one point. So Coriander, Starfire, regains her original memory.
yeah, after going to the ship with Wonder Girl and Dick, and she realizes she was sent to kill Raven.
Yeah, so she actually knows. So this isn't only in the TV show.
Only in the TV show.
She found out what Raven is, what her role in life is, how she's a gateway to Trigon and unleashing hell, and she was sent to not let that happen.
Yeah.
But she hit her head real hard on impact and landing on Earth, and has been working with the KGB and everyone in between, essentially trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and track this girl down in the process, who she didn't even know why she was trying to find. Finally found her, regained her memory, and hey, I'm supposed to kill you, hon.
Yeah. So then, after they discover that, they realize while at Corey's ship that Raven's mom is in line with Trigon, and then they rush back. Corey and Wonder Girl can't enter because they're powered, but Robin is able to get through, but he falls under the influence of Trigon through like the dream sequence where he basically manipulates him to becoming evil and making the choice to kill Batman and becoming what Batman is.
It's all in a what if scenario in his mind where he's essentially living out his darkest day. His mentor, his leader, his boss, his buddy, Batman, he's going rogue, he's doing weird shit. He's kind of on the on that point where injustice. He's about to flip the switch like Superman did, and he's about to kill the Joker.
He tries to kill the Joker by throwing off the building. He survives. Robin goes to talk to him and is like, I hope you realize that didn't kill him. He's still alive. You still have a chance to come back from this. You're not a murderer. And then while Robin and Corey are talking at the hospital, because Corey's also in the future, flash forward, Batman breaks into the hospital and stabs Joker with one of the Batarangs.
Yeah.
And then after that, Robin makes a decision. He's going down. He basically reveals that Bruce Wayne is Batman. They storm the manor, and Batman then proceeds to fuck shit up with all the people.
Oh yeah, he takes like
actually before they decide to storm the manor, he goes through and kills every person in Arkham Asylum. Guards, nurses, any supervillain that's in there.
We'll touch on that comment in a second here.
Yeah.
We'll wrap this storyline up and then we'll get right back to you there, Elbreen.
Yeah. So then after the attack at Arkham, slaughter at Arkham, really.
It was slaughter.
He gives up that Bruce Wayne is Batman. They go through, they try to take him down. Corey tries to use her fire at him, but he has a frost gun, which basically freezes her and kills her. And then so Robin just collapses the whole manor down on him, and then goes up to Batman and is like, congratulations, I've become what you wanted me to be. I've become this evil person, and he basically stomp kicks his neck broken.
Now right before this, Coriander and Dick were having a love affair, love triangle. So when he did that to Coriander, it was kind of one of the things that made Dick snap, going, you just killed my girl. All the more reason for him to snap Batman's neck. But as soon as he snaps Batman's neck, what happens?
Then he goes into the evil eye thing they show, and Trigon is and Raven's like, Dick, come on, and Trigon's like, he has chosen his path, basically, and then it ends.
And he has chosen poorly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch season 1. They have Aqualad cast and Mercy Graves, and I don't remember either of them in season 1. They weren't in season 1, and that's for sure, because in season 1 we only saw Robin, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy, Wonder Girl. There was the tease.
We saw Wonder Girl?
Yeah, she was Robin's friend, the girl.
Oh, that was Wonder Girl.
That was Wonder Girl.
Oh,
but
shit.
But she had retired. She no longer
I wonder
wanted to
who
be a
the fuck that
superhero.
was. I was like, who was that? Why'd she do that? Because she just randomly kicked someone's ass in an alley and was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no biggie.
No, she's Wonder Girl, and that's part of the reason why she couldn't get through the barrier
Oh,
because
that
she
makes
has the
sense.
powers of Diana.
Okay, who's Mercy Graves?
Superboy. We saw him in the end
That's
credit scene.
Mercy Graves is Superboy?
No, the following. Yeah, I'm not sure about who Mercy Graves is, but
So, okay, so yeah, Superboy we saw at the very ending. It was the naked silhouette of the guy crossing across what looked like
a lab.
a lab of some sort, and then Crypto,
With his eyes. Mercy
Lex
is okay.
Luthor's sidekick.
So
Well, if that bitch is coming in, we know we got Lex coming in. What's a sidekick without a fucking villain?
well, what's this?
Right? Without
Robin.
a boss. Oh, fuck.
What's a sidekick without the hero?
A Nightwing.
Sure. It's the robot chick he keeps.
Oh, that girl. Okay, she's got the arms and they change into different shit. And at one point she sent it to like kill Kid Flash and Young Justice. I remember that.
Maybe Lex is part of the next villain. Although I still kind of like the idea.
I don't like that as much. I don't like Lex being in there. Like the way we had just the way we just theorized them doing a 5-season push.
Bringing in Slade.
Slade's the season 2
that's
villain,
true.
right?
Yeah.
Now you got Robin / Nightwing falling under his apprenticeship until he snaps that shit off and he's like, fuck you, I'm done. During that all that confusion, they're not going to take out Trigon. They can't.
Yeah.
So Trigon's going to blah, 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 disappear for a little bit. There goes season 2.
Or even somehow, like, Raven could, like, a way they could quickly finish the Trigon story currently and then make it so he has to come back later is Raven could do something with her powers that, like, banishes or temporarily traps him,
Yeah,
which kind of delays it for a bit, and then it's still the ever-present he's
Don't they
coming
do
up.
that in the 2003 show? They trap him on this other little world planet thing, and he's like isolated there alone for a while until they go back, and it's like, all right, we gotta fight him and finish him.
The 2003 show, he
I remember him
comes
being like abandoned somewhere.
through the portal. Well, Raven sacrifices herself to open the portal, but she gives some of her powers to each of her friends, which allows them to not be destroyed when the world will turn to stone when Trigon comes through and takes over. Robin goes off and finds Raven, who like reverted back to like a childlike self, and then while the others are distracting Trigon, and then Robin brings Raven back and like the kid, she realizes that she is strong enough to take on Trigon because that was part of it. She's like scared in that.
It was a confidence, self-doubt
and
issue.
and because like she sees her friends, like she plays it off as she doesn't remember anything, but she remembers everything. It's revealed. She sees her friends willing to sacrifice themselves to protect her and to help her, and that's what gives her that's when we see the White Raven.
Oh,
like
right.
her in the white
yes,
cloak
yes,
and
yes,
that,
yes.
as opposed to her standard purple.
Frieza's ultimate form.
So that it's that allows her seeing her friends and like them holding a like piece of her power, which allows her to have the confidence to like grow
Take
up
him out,
and
yeah.
take Trigon on, which then it's not necessarily clear if she fully kills him or basically banishes him back.
I don't think he dies because
Yeah.
I don't think she has the ruthlessness and the extreme ability to kill her father.
Like as much as she hates him,
She wants him dead. She can't do it herself.
yeah, I think she just can't. So I think she banishes him back basically.
I think you're
And
right.
seals the portal and then reverses everything.
Now that's cool and whatnot, but Trigon's strong enough that at this point we saw at the season 1 end, he's through.
Yeah, he's through.
He's through.
Like they could trap him in an area on Earth.
They don't need to though, because I think Trigon's through, and they're gonna play up the storyline that he's been trapped for so long. He's just gonna go run around, causing havoc, enjoying himself, and they can let him do that for all of season 2. Just disappear, and they're chasing his ass down. While they're chasing his ass down, they're dealing with Dick. Slade comes in. Now they're running for their lives from Slade. Slade's just trying to kill them all.
Hmm.
Trigon's got other fish to fry. He doesn't need to fuck with them. Death Battle did Raven versus Twilight Princess. If I remember correctly, Raven wins that one. I do not know who Twilight Princess is, but...
Zelda.
Oh, that's Zelda.
No, not Zelda, but
The big bad?
no. It's like, yeah.
Dick versus Daredevil. Interesting.
DD.
That's interesting. I would have given that one to Daredevil.
Well,
He's got the heightened reflexes, instincts, hearing, senses.
heightened hearing, but part of the not Twilight Princess. What are you talking about, Mitch?
We'll get back to you.
But like with Dick and ew. Okay, I don't care about that.
The fuck?
But
Well,
so,
yeah, she better have won.
well, part of like the training with like Robin and that is to be like stealthy and quiet. So if he and like part of like Daredevil is his hearing. So if you
How do you hide a heartbeat? How do you hide a pulse?
okay, yeah, you could do that. But you could also like try and manipulate their hearing in such a way that they assume it's somewhere else.
I suppose the Bats has taught Dick a trick or two. Dick's pretty much been around as long as the Bat. Like at this point in time, you're a 30-year-old, Nightwing's gotta be like 35, 40 by the time he dons the cape and cloak and new outfit. Like, he's got a lot of tools. I'll give him that. I guess Daredevil doesn't got the gadgets. I'll give him that.
I mean, the thing too is if he also has something to just block his hearing, like if he has some expanding thing to.
Hearing's his best one. It's almost like his echolocation to sonar, right? But he's got decent smell, but no, I guess that's not good enough.
No.
Unless Dick rips a fat one, right as the fight starts. Was that you? I know that was you.
If you have any questions about the Titans, let us know. If you have anything else you want to say, let us know. Is there anything else you...
I think we've said all we can. We're probably at our longest episode yet at this point here, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. Next week, we got The Runaways.
The Runaways.
All right.
Those Runaways.
So I better finish season 2.
And Mitch, you're going to be back for that.
I think he should be. And I know he's a big fan of The Runaways. I didn't know much about them until season 1 started. They're pretty cool. They're a cool group of kids coming kind of from that shady backstory of evil parents caught in a bigger scheme than they know. And yeah, basically tune in next week if you want to find out more. One of the girls has a psychic connection to a raptor, and it's basically her pet. I'll leave you with that. There's more to know. Thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of Titans/Teen Titans. Thanks for joining me again here, Kenny.
Thanks for having me.
This is what, your third time on the show here? What did you do, Sabrina?
I did Scott Pilgrim, Sabrina.
4th then, okay.
Spider-Man.
5th then, okay.
This one.
And in past multiverses, there was a Spider-Verse episode. But that was in a different multiverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will do a new multiverse episode.
/ Spider-Verse episode.
Future later when we learn more about the upcoming
Sony Disney, where's Spider-Man going next?
There's also the so they're turning some out, like they're making a Spider-Gwen TV show, I believe.
That's pretty sweet.
And some other continuations like that.
I don't think we're gonna do a DC Supergirls show or episode, but you never know. 5 years comes faster than you think.
Yeah.
So later days, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out on YouTube if you haven't seen all of our previous videos. We got about 14, 15 of them up there now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is episode 16.
Yeah.
All right.
Spider-Man was 14 and 15.
So see you next week with episode 17 with The Runaways. And that's another Marvel one. So we kick it back to the Marvel Universe. And yeah, we hope to see you all there. Take care, guys. Have a good night.